Hi, folks. Hope you're doing well. I was watching one of these read it out loud relationship videos on YouTube, and there was one. Oh, this man is married to a lady called Maura, Maura, and I tell you, this woman is the sort of partner that every single person should want. So, wow. She's a phenomenal character. But basically, this man was engaged to another woman at the altar. She left him for his brother. You know, his brother didn't really ever apologise for that or anything like that. So anyway, of course, he was betrayed by his fiancée and his brother. Well, of course, when they then got married, his family was sort of, they said they're going to the wedding, and he said he's not. And 10 years after that happened, you know, he was betrayed by fiancé and brother. They're contacting him and basically begging him for money to raise their kids because his brother lost his business and his brother's wife, his ex-fiancée, got sacked or had lost her job because I think the company folded, something like that. And then his wife basically tells his family to stick their hands in their own blinking pockets. It's nothing to do with him in any way, shape, or form. They decided, they made their bed 10 years earlier. They decided they want to stuff him and betray him in the way they did, so they've got no rights to ask any favours. So, whoa, okay, girl, you go for it. Wow, brilliant. Well, what we need, man or woman, what you need is a partner who, when you're in the wrong, they're going to tell you you're in the wrong. They're going to help you to stop going down a bad path. You need that. But you also need that person to be someone who, when someone is attacking you, you have to hold them back. This partner of yours, whether male or female, you have to hold them back. Because although they're going to hold you accountable when you're wrong, for your sake, because they love you, because they don't want you going down a bad path, they're going to be ferocious towards anyone who even looks at you in the wrong way. You know, that's what everyone needs. That everyone needs that sort of character, because if you've got someone like that, you don't have to try and fight your own battles ever. You know, someone says something about you that's out of order, it doesn't matter. You know, because you're trying to hold this person back. Now, you don't need to try and get revenge or to try and say something to answer that, because you're laughing because your partner wants to tear this person's head off for that. And you're laughing at the overreaction of this person. And that helps to diffuse the situation, doesn't it? Yeah, if you're with someone like that, that helps to diffuse. I'm not saying this Maura is like that, but she's certainly she's in that sort of direction. Yeah. I mean, but you've got to be that for them as well. Oh, yeah, you have to be that for them. You have to be equal. Yeah, even if it's not necessarily part of who you are, you've got to be like that for them as well. Although, you know, in whatever way they need. Because don't try and be identical, because if they're quite fiery, if you get fiery for them, they might just let you go ahead. And so you don't want to do that. You're doing that so that they don't have to, so they will laugh at you. So maybe don't try and do things the way they are, because maybe they would enjoy that. Not a good idea. Be guided by God as to who you need to be for them. Yeah. What do they need from you? They need honesty. So if they're wrong, if you're a man and you're with a woman Don't believe all this rubbish that women want to be agreed to all the time. That's nonsense. Absolute nonsense. No woman really wants a weak husband. No woman wants a weak husband. It's absolutely fine. Stand up to your wife when she's wrong. When she's right, you stand by her 1000%. But if she's wrong, then, I mean, even if you're in a crowd of people, if your wife says something and she's out of order, take her aside, help her to understand she's out of order so she can fix it. Don't berate her in front of the people. That's wrong. Even when you're at home, don't berate her for being wrong. Find a nice way to sort of explain that, to help her to understand that. Same as the wife with the husband. Do it in a loving way. But that was so lovely seeing that woman do that, because there's so many occasions where the wife says, but you got to think of the kids. She didn't. She said, no, they've got to think about their own kids. They've decided to have 5 kids. That was their decision. They decided to do things the way they did. I mean, his initial fiance, she could have left him at any point in time, because she basically admitted that she liked the brother. And she was with him just to try and get to the brother. What a nasty, vile human being that is. To do that, that's nasty. Really nasty. Getting engaged to someone just so you can get close to the brother. Then she had a one-night stand with the brother, and the brother realised that, they're soulmates. So the brother decided to betray him as well. So, of course, his wife now realises that she benefited from all that. But she's not going to try and pretend that what these 2 people did to her husband was okay. And that, they don't have to face the consequences of that. So, brilliant, because this is an example where they had to face the consequences of that. In the comments, one of the person says, because the thing here is, am I the a-hole for not doing this, whatever? Someone says, not the a-hole. It sounds like you definitely upgraded when marrying your wife. Yeah, even when I read that, I started feeling tears coming in my eyes, because, this man, he had a crap bloody deal. But through having that crap deal, through being betrayed by his fiancée and his brother, he met this wonderful woman. Beautiful. Person there said, good on you. Tell the rest of the family to help Mike if they are so concerned. If you're really worried about the kids going hungry, maybe a call to the CPS is in order. Then the chap who wrote the original post said, I agree about the upgrade. Maura is the type of person everyone needs in their life. Yeah. Then he said, I don't know how my sorry ass ever got so lucky. Yeah. I mean, that is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What a gorgeous story. As I say, we all need that. We all need people like that in our lives. People that would go to bat for us. Aye. Then someone after that, they wrote, tell them the location to the nearest food bank. And it says, and tell them you donated food. That way you're providing for them and others. Problem solved. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing, folks. Don't ever think that family is anything. Didn't the Lord say, I've come to put a barrier between father and son, mother and daughter, brother and sister? Yeah. You don't choose your family. You do choose your friends. You do choose the people you want to be with. Now, some people have fantastic families, and brilliant for them. Most people don't have that. And when family members do things that are wrong and out of order, you need to forgive them, because forgiveness sets you free. But, and this is a big but, you don't have to let them keep doing that. You can decide you want nothing to do with them, and that's fair. That's absolutely fine. That's fair. Especially if you've got people in your family who do take the pee out of you. Yeah. There are people that do that. I mean, there really are people that do that. And it's fair for you to say, no, I'm having no contact with you now, because I enabled you to do things that you shouldn't be doing that's bad for you. That's fair. Absolutely fair. But put it this way, if you're with someone and that person isn't like Maura, you may need to look elsewhere. Certainly don't settle for someone who isn't like that. Not in any way, shape or form. Don't settle at all. Certainly don't settle for someone who isn't like that. Wow. Absolutely gorgeous. And such a blessing for him. So thankful that if this story is true, that he had a terrible flipping start. 10 years earlier, what happened to his life? Oh, that would have torn into pieces. One second. But then 10 years later, he's with someone who is phenomenal and absolutely perfect for him. So he went through the fire. Clearly he went through the fire. But he's come out, and he's so incredibly grateful for who he now has. So maybe that awful woman in the first place that he was engaged to was a blessing in his life. But a blessing that he didn't realise, and he still doesn't, maybe. If it hadn't been for her, maybe he wouldn't have met Maura. So, But that's what I said before, is that sometimes we have these things in life where it seems as if, we have a hardship. Something happens, maybe a breakup in a relationship, or we lose a job, or we lose a home, and, or we're with someone who cheats on us or something like this, and we think, that's it. There's my chance gone. No. Don't bet on it. Don't bet on it. You've had bad, it doesn't mean you can't have good. Just because it's been bad, I mean, you've grown because of it, hopefully. That's the thing. Hopefully you've grown because of it. That's something we all need to do, is grow. You take care. God bless, and I will speak to you soon. Bye-bye.